My 1947 Chevy Cummins Powered Ratrod. That's right, guys. This thing's got a Cummins and a GetRag 360 5-speed behind it. They put those in Mercedes. I put it in this. And this week on Crossthread Garage and Salvage, I'm teaching Caitlin how to drive it. No! Brakes work!
Anyways.
I think I lost a contact. If you can see, it's smoking.
So it's not my fault.
If you're driving, you're responsible, right? Welcome back to Crossthread Garage and Salvage. I'm Steve, and thanks for watching. Before you're done here, make sure to like and subscribe. Share, comment, tell your friends. Do everything you got to do to make our audience just a little bit bigger. You guys have been a blast interacting with over the last few weeks, and we're glad you're along for the ride. Here's a little thing you need to know about me, though. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not a fabricator. I'm just a guy who used to work one day a week in Fowler, Colorado, and out of necessity had to learn a thing or two about how to work on his own vehicle. When it comes to cars, I'm a bit of a non-denominationalist, which means I don't have any convictions and I'm okay with whatever you like. Actually, what it means is I just buy and sell and drive and trade anything and everything. Well, Joan Rivers back here is like my 6th GM square body. But I've owned everything, from Freightliners down to Daihatsu mini trucks. I'll buy pretty much anything before 2007. Gas, diesel, propane, classics. Yeah, had a few of those. I've rebuilt them, I've swapped them, I've body worked them and painted them. I've done it all, and I haven't done any of it right. But somebody had to do it, and my wife wouldn't let me pay that guy, so I had to figure it out. But if there's one thing I really enjoy doing when I'm mechanicing is working on diesels. And I've had a lot of them. I've had Duramaxes, LMMs, LLYs, LBZs, LB7s. I've had everything. I had, I don't know, a dozen Power Strokes over the years, mostly 7.3s. Bought a couple of 6.0s once because I like taking risks and I don't get much time to gamble. Cummins, yeah, big cam 350 in a Freightliner, 12 valve, 24 valves, P pumps, VE pumps, common rail. But I've had Isuzu diesels, I've had Perkins diesels, I had a few John Deere diesels. Accidentally bought a John Deere 6600 combine at an auction one time, 2 miles down the road. So I decided to surprise my wife and drive it home. That was great. Hey, I know what you're asking. Where's this guy going with this? Where I'm going is right here. To my 1947 Chevy Cummins Powered Ratrod. That's right, guys. This thing's got a Cummins and a GetRag 360 5-speed behind it. They put those in Mercedes. I put it in this. Caitlin.
Yeah?
Did you hear about the Invisible Man?
No.
He married the Invisible Woman. They had kids. They're nothing to look at. Well, guys, it's finally a nice day here in Ohio, and I'm getting ready to go pick Caitlin up from a overnighter at a friend's house, and I'm going to teach her how to drive my 1947 Chevy Ratrod. So I thought I'd pull her out here in the sun, give you all a walk around before I head over there, and show you what this is all about. Guys, you're not going to want to believe what I'm about to show you, but you're going to have to because, well, you're looking right at it. But this is a 1947 Chevy 6400. That's a 2-ton for those of you keeping track at home. But it's sitting on a 1990 3/4 ton Dodge chassis with a Cummins and a 5-speed transmission behind it. This is my first attempt at a rat rod. This is where the name Crossthread Garage really came from. I finished this truck in the summer of 2020 after 17 days, start to finish, pulling the body and cab off my 1990 Dodge that I was driving every day. My wife went to town. She came home. The Dodge was sitting in the driveway with no body on it, just the frame and chassis. The running gear is still in it. She just looked at me, shook her head, and walked inside. And fellas, Crossthread Garage was born that day. Because I didn't know what I was doing, but I was going to do it. It may not have been done right, but I was going to do it. All right, I'm headed to pick up Caitlin, so I thought I'd take you along for the ride, give you a little bit of time here in the cab with me as we go. ask yourself, how'd you know that was going to fit on that 90 Dodge chassis? Well, I bought this truck about 3 years before I built it. And I owned a first-gen Dodge at that time, but I didn't want to tear it up. It was too sweet. But I'd taken some measurements on the frame while it was up in the air. And I went out and took measurements on this truck, and I just knew it was close enough that it was worth trying. And you're not going to believe this, but I used the factory Dodge cab mounts to run bolts through into the back of this floor. Now this cab was originally attached with 3 points, two bolts in the front, one in the middle on a little bushing. And I plated the back behind the seat and ran bolts down through the original Dodge cab mounts and set this thing down on there and went to town. 17 days, start to finish, I had a running, driving diesel rat rod on a 47 Chevy. And it is sweet. Caitlin, when I started driving, Grampy took me out with a trailer hooked up to our truck, put 2 cones out in the middle of a grocery store parking lot on a Sunday afternoon when it was closed, and said, I want you to back figure 8s around these cones. That's how he taught me how to drive with a trailer.
I kind of know how to drive a trailer.
Kind of like you kind of conceptually know how to drive a stick shift because you've seen it done so often?
No, I have driven with a trailer before.
Oh, behind the lawnmower? Oh, behind the four-wheeler?
No, behind the...
Oh, behind the Daihatsu?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Speedo's broken. Guys, this motor is warmed up and it is pumping almost 60 pounds of oil pressure. You cannot beat a Cummins motor. Okay, lesson number 1. What are we looking at here? Down here on the floor, move your feet. I'll show. You can go ahead. It's not going to go anywhere. So, brakes in the middle, right? Mm-hmm. Clutch is on the left. Go ahead and put the clutch in. All right. I don't know how I feel about this, but I'm in the passenger seat with my daughter for the first time in the driver's seat.
Jeez.
Got it. All right, so Caitlin, this is what's known as a H pattern transmission. So you've got...
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right, so 1 is all the way to the left and forward.
2 is down.
Straight down.
3 is up and over. 4 is down, and then 5 is up and over.
And on this one, you gotta throw it all the way out here into 5th gear, because extension.
Then reverse. Well, down.
Well, there's a reverse lockout, and it's actually further over and back. So, feel that
Oh yeah.
lockout right there?
Mhm.
So you don't accidentally go into reverse.
Neutral.
All right.
Wait.
Nope.
Neutral.
Neutral's there. All right, kiddo. You know how to start this, right?
Mhm.
So, that up. It's a manual transmission. If you hit that start button, it's in gear. It's going to move forward. So, foot on the clutch. Out of gear. That's in gear. That's neutral. Tell it's in neutral by doing that. Okay, start. All right, now this will pretty much start driving in low gear without any manipulation of the gas and clutch together. You just can let off the clutch and it'll go, but you got to get it in first gear. Do you know where first gear is?
Here.
There you go. Oh, fell out of gear. That's third gear. That's first gear. Oh. All right, just keep it between the fence posts. Now we're on a closed course here, and I'm a professional driver, which is to say, this is the same park that the local elementary runs a 3K in every year, and they're not running today. Closed course, check. And I'm a professional driver because one time a guy paid me to haul his yaks up to the mountains, and I'm pretty sure because I got paid to do it, I can't compete as an amateur anymore. So, closed course, professional driver, for all of you on the internet wondering. Caitlin?
Yes.
I think it goes faster than this. Can you shift?
Down?
Do you remember how to shift? That's neutral.
Dang it.
No! Brakes work!
Anyways.
I think I lost a contact.
Okay. Second. Well, first. Okay. Go.
That's first.
Okay.
Now, put the clutch back in. And pull it straight down. There you go.
Okay.
That's second.
And then up right here is third.
It's going to be up and over and up.
Yep. That was pretty smooth.
I know you're not going to want to believe this, but she's never driven this truck before. Eyes on the road. Easy, easy, brake, brake. And clutch, and clutch. When you're braking, you got to clutch all the way to the floor.
There we go.
Okay, I should have checked this place out first and made sure there weren't giant wooden posts everywhere for her to hit. There are.
Wait, are we just turning around
Okay,
now?
clutch first,
Okay. And
then brake and turn. Always clutch first, and then brake. Always clutch first. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay.
Okay, clutch first, brake, and back around this corner. Brake. Brake, Caitlin.
I am braking.
You're gonna break my truck.
I am braking. I was.
Okay, now pull it down into second. Oh, no.
What?
We're just gonna start right back up in third gear. It's fine. It's fine. That clutch has been used harder than that.
I mean, I haven't stalled out, so.
Well, the trick that nobody knows is that this truck's impossible to stall because it's got enough llama torques to pull the stump right off the foundation of your house or something like that. Cummins.
So I'm not gonna go into the road. Now what?
Clutch and brake and brake and brake.
I did.
Neutral. All right. Okay. All right.
Okay. Yep. What did I do?
Well, I don't think you did anything, but we stopped here, and I don't know if you can see, it's smoking, and I don't know why. We're gonna have to figure that out, so hold this.
Mm-hmm. Well, there goes that.
Okay, let's see what's smoking here. Are you seeing smoke? It's like it's coming off the radiator.
Yeah, I think it is.
Radiator's hot. Alright, so we got the fan running. I think it was just burning some dirt and dust off of my radiator, because it's not that hot. My temperature gauge says it's at 180. So let me just start it.
So it's not my fault.
If you're driving, you're responsible, right? Something rattling in there. Ah. Oh, that's broken.
Huh?
It's just this little thing. I thought there was some like valve noise or something, but it's this bracket.
Oh.
Let's go home before anything else breaks.
Gotta put the hood on.
No, we're gonna leave the hood off.
Tie right in the back and hold it.
No. I'm not a professional driver or anything, but I'm pretty sure they painted the lines for those parking spaces the wrong way. You can't really get into a spot unless you cross the double yellow. That's interesting.
Okay.
You gotta, hold on. If you're gonna do it, you gotta do it right. Put your hand on the ram's head. There you go. Oh, you gotta get the clutch all the way to the floor before you go to third gear.
Yep.
And slow down. put it in second gear. That's fourth. Second gear. And just don't touch the gas, just slowly let off the clutch. Nice and easy. And you just leave it in second gear until we get to the top of the road here.